disrespectful.
Even with the Jewish comment, I mean, he didn't diss Jewish people. We talking about the certain people were fine. Even got that. Black people still turned on him for that comment. Not only that, black people also turned on Kanye West when he also mentioned George Floyd, and people didn't know he was talking about it. He said in the Kansas Owens documentary.
What about the White Lives Matter too?
Yeah, they turned on him. I'm like, yo, do you hear what the man is saying? I turned on this man, and y'all laughing and joking around saying, that's why XYZ happening with your kid.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to shame the brother.
But like Kim Kardashian had a mental health issue. Oh my God, all the women gonna support her.
But look what she's doing. Look what she's doing to Kanye's daughter.
But did you
the
see
whole TikTok shit?
Not to go off subject.
Ice Spice.
Yeah. Did you see what she said? Like, she was really in the media talking about she's a single parent. For one, Kanye West, if you really think about it, Kanye West bought the house across the street from you. He said he wanted to see his kids. He wanted to support his kids. You didn't allow him to do it. So now you on social media screaming, oh, I'm a single parent. How could someone be a parent if you're not allowing them in?
I agree. You mean you're a single mom?
Yeah.
And she's not even a single mom. She got a whole bunch of plastic surgery sisters and family members that can help her.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's a single mom. People confuse single mom and single parent. Single mom is that you just a mother that had no boyfriend.
Because she got about 4 nannies.
So single parent is mean that the father's not even helping at all. If you co-parenting, you can't be a single parent. Yeah. It's co-parenting. That's what it's called. But like I said, back to what I was saying is that we should bring my
awareness.
My homeboy Ian. Yo, Ian, if you see this video, man, this is what helps inspire this video. Because
we love you, Ian.
He has a mental issue. He lived on the block a couple years ago. My dude, good the whole time, son. I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he started flipping out. I just see him outside having episodes, like literally in the street, wearing ski masks in the summertime.
Not the Guyanese dude, right?
Guyanese dude.
Guyanese dude. Ian? From the block, Williams?
He wasn't from the block, but he moved.
Not Kofi family, right?
No.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Didn't he have a cousin, a Darcy cousin that...
No. You talking about.
Okay, wrong person. Sorry. Yeah. Damn.
So mind you, when that happened, he'd be outside in the street wilding out. So he would come outside with bats and sticks and get in trench coats and sweatsuits and ski masks on and stand across the street just looking at us. But he'll see me and be like, what's up, Stevie? But he'll flip on. So I'm like, yo, bro, now you're wrong. It's not funny that the mental health issue, but it's funny. Like, who is this dude? What the fuck is this? And like, yo, hold on. That's kind of wild. Then he would go back in the house and then go back to normal. Stevie, and he back in the short set. Oh, and he's normal again. So I'm like, bro.
It sound like different personalities.
I did that, son. I'm like, you did that. He had to argue me down. I mean, your brother had to show him, but he like, that's me, son. Mother, God bless her soul, and the father, they both would try to give him help throughout the years, right? His family contribute. We all try to give him help. He left, so I would see him on Instagram and Facebook commenting, like little regular stuff, whatever. Then he got better. Then recently, a video went viral of him throwing a brick in the back of somebody's car out there wilding.
That was him?
That was him. So now, and mind you, you had a bunch of niggas in the comment section encouraging this shit.
And he was talking about something about a gang?
Yeah, like saying he blood, doing mad wild stuff. So I'm just saying, now, his actions was justified by mental condition. I get that, but it don't warrant what he's doing. You know, not justified. I'm bugging out. Yeah, it kind of is because he had an episode, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, unfortunately, if he's in that moment, he's dangerous. In that moment, you feel me? So now, if in that moment he go out there and wild on somebody was to kill him in self-defense, we cannot blame mental health for it.
And another thing,
you get what I'm saying? Because I'm bugging out. You can blame mental health for it. You gotta blame mental health for it. But mental health can also kill somebody. So that person can't say, "Oh shit, he mentally ill. Let me be calm." They don't know him.
Yeah, treat him.
You know what I'm saying? And he's dangerous at the moment.
If that person is endangering someone else, yes. But if that person is just wilding out in the street and they bugging out, it's like, yo, I'm gonna call the cops on your ass.
But
but then he might.
I might get a stick and beat you. Like, yo,
watch this. Another guy on my
can't be out
block.
here fucking with the people out here, man. The community, we gotta get you up out of there.
Another guy on my block, right? We used to call my boy Bird.
Yeah.
Is the guy on my block. We used to call him Big Bird. He looks like Bird, but just taller.
Yeah.
And he was a Muslim guy. He's wearing army fatigue jackets. After a while, at first he was like playing basketball outside, playing ball, everything nice, whatever. Cool dude. So he started wearing. I think he converted over to Islam. He wearing the
Kufi.
army things and the kufi, whatever. And then one day I go out my building and I see like Channel 7 News on my block. I'm in front of his building, but I'm not putting one and two together. I go to work, I come back, and it's more camera crews. I'm like, what the fuck going on here? Then I'm seeing this clip went viral online, but I ain't really paying no mind. Kind of found out it was my boy. He literally goes in Queens, have a machete, and chop an oversight in his head. Wow.
He did what?
He had a machete, walked up to a random cop and chopped the cop in his head. Like literally in the skull. And those cops shot him up and killed him. But the cop was on critical. The big ass hole in his head from a machete, son. Right? And they end up and I'm like, oh yeah, but they ain't have shoot him like that. I said, bro, it's my boy and all, but that's justified. Yeah. He tried to kill a cop. And he was mentally ill.
Yeah, you asked
You feel what I'm
him.
saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if you're mentally ill, man, these people, I think New York City itself is doing a bad job when it comes down to men, in particular, mental health. It's doing terrible, son.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Ladies.
Go ahead. Another thing is, either when you call the police on a person with mental illness, when it's a man, police don't know how to approach a person with mental health.
I agree.
That's just like, for instance,
One of us.
It could be one of us. A couple of months ago, it was probably last year, I was on the train. It was a guy with mental health or whatever. Out of nowhere, he started stabbing this guy that was minding his business on the train. It was on 42nd Street. I just got on the train. And when the police came, they didn't need to it was like check to see if he had mental health. It was basically, they fucked him up pretty
Sometimes
bad.
that's what you need. But
you have to learn how to approach somebody with a mental health first.
No, but they don't know they're mentally ill. That's the problem.
That happened to Lynx.
You know what I'm saying? But even if you're mentally ill, the person still can flip. What I mean by it, I said earlier that it's still not justifiable for a person mentally ill to harm somebody, right? That person is still a crime. I understand the reason why he did it, but it's not justifiable. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's the reason why they beat his ass probably, because what he did. But don't know he's mentally ill. But even if they knew he's mentally ill,
instead of doing the investigation first, like, okay, like for instance, like when they was talking to the police, they didn't ask like, well, what was he doing before? It was more like, oh, he just started stabbing somebody. They didn't mention like beforehand the guy was pacing back and forth in the car.
It don't matter at that moment. It don't matter at that moment. You stabbing somebody up, they gonna have to put you down.
You gotta go. Once you're endangering people, you gotta go.
Yeah, because
you don't give a fuck about no mental illness.
No, that's different though. When they got on the scene, was he actively stabbing somebody when we got to the scene?
He had already stabbed the person at the end of the car and he ran to the other end. So all the people ran to the end where the guy was getting stabbed, but he was at the end of the car talking to himself. When the police came, it was just like...
Was he still holding a knife?
No. He done dropped it. He was at the other end of the train talking to himself, and he was... Instead of, using your eyes like, okay, something is clearly wrong with this man. How could
They ain't kill him, right?
No, but they beat him.
They should have beat him. They should have beat him.
It should have beat him. Because most likely, all they're going to do is let him out. He's going to go to some psyche place or whatever. Stay there for a month or two.
Think about it. If you sit there and let that still happen, I talk to him, he might just attack them. You just stab somebody else, you probably killed that person. They might have fought on that case. He probably died. You know what I'm saying? And
I ain't talking to your ass. You jumping you. We gonna jump your ass. That's what we would have did, right?
I just feel like everyone should have training.
Hell yeah.
Fuck the police if we there and we see a crazy nigga attacking. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna run up to you while you Michael Myers niggas. You know what I'm saying? You playing the violin on niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna run into that. But when your back turn, you might catch whatever I got in my book bag across your head. You know what I'm saying? Can I show my knife?
No.
Listen, man. I got a Rambo knife. You never know, sir.
That was him with that. That was him. It's like
Michael Jackson so capable.
But look,
This
it happened to our homeboy. My homeboy
Stevie,
was coming from work.
Delicious.
And he said that a nigga flinched at him, I think, and the nigga put his hands up, and then the nigga started swinging a blade out of nowhere and cut Link's hands up. You don't remember that shit?
Nah.
Link in Broad Junction, a nigga tried to cut Link's and he wound up cutting his fucking hand and shit.
Nah.
Yeah, crackhead. Just looked at him and was like, like some demon shit.
You know what I'm talking about?
And sliced him, and the nigga's like,
let me tell you, I carry a taser.
Damn.
I carry a fisherman's knife. It's up. If you try to, the fisherman knife with the hook, it's a whole full blade and it got a hook. If you juke, guts is coming out.
What's the name from Mortal Kombat?
It's like the that the locks and made men. She's Luke said, fisherman knife, they cut you.
I will gut you
fisherman
like this.
Knife, cutting your chest.
Remy Ma flow, nigga, killing people. Yeah, but
like I said, and I'm licensed.
And I'm licensed with the knife, son. But yeah,
stab, put a hole in your ass.
Yeah,
remember the movie?
Scary movie.
Dash, Rapidash.
Put your skin off and make a winter coat. Peace.
And I'm out.
You said that's the illest rhyme I ever seen.
All right, but mental illness, man. It's like I said, it's a whole gimmick. It was a whole Willie Lynch syndrome. There's a system that we have to either try to break or manipulate.
How much time you got left with UK?
3. Oh, 4.
4. 1, 2,
all right.
3,
so,
and then 4.
One way we could break this curse.
Just put it.
Oh boy, I bet you got on leather pants, nigga. Let's just say,
I think I shot it myself.
Nigga got on leather pants under his jeans. But look,
look y'all. That's man with mental health, man.
He got a demon in his jeans.
He got everything.
All right. So it starts with the food. That's one way we could break a curse by making sure we get organic fruits, right? Because the fruits will
stimulate the mind,
stimulate the brain. Also, you will start to get new blood. Your blood starts to rejuvenate.
Soursop.
Right. Soursop, sea moss. Your blood starts to rejuvenate once you start to use organic fruits, not foods, but fruits and vegetables. Things that have actual seeds in it where you can replant it. But once they don't have seeds, once they're genetically modified GMO, before you buy a fruit, they have numbers on the fruit. And some may start with a 4, some may start with the 8.
And a 9.
Don't get none of those. Only fruit you should be buying starts with a number 9. That is made by God and is not tampered with. It has seeds where you can, just like a human, we reproduce. Take those seeds after you eat it and you can grow your own fruit and feed your fucking future kids. Because one seed can grow a fucking orange tree. And that's millions of oranges if you keep up with the tree. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's vice versa. So we need it starts with the foods. From the foods, we got to get our kids out this fucking school system. We need people like Dr. Umar Johnson that's starting up schools and shit like that. We need to start talking more about people like him and shit like that. Trying to have people like that on the podcast because they're actually trying to break curses and spells that actually were put onto people. And it's not where you're thinking like, hocus pocus, blow dust in your face. It's more like it's a curse where people came together and they made a blood oath. They made a blood oath where they took their blood and they came together and they made an agreement to establish something. So that can be a curse, not where it's like Rishim Dance Maddox Harukin, and not like that. We sip sip swip. Nah, none of that. None of that.